Hi friends, I'm out in the garden. Remember from Farmer Sharon's video of the day that we planted the garden, the plants were teeny tiny and these raspberry bushes, raspberry canes, were just very, very small. Now they're growing. I want you to come and take a look and see all of the raspberries that we've got growing. We're going to have thousands and thousands of raspberries. So these are growing very well. These warm, hot days are helping them to be able to grow. So let's do a garden gander. Gander means to look at something, take a look. So gander and garden both start with G. So let's take a look. Most of you can recognize what this plant is. It's going to be popcorn. We planted little tiny corn seeds and now they're coming up. There's an old saying that corn should be knee-high by the 4th of July. So it's almost up to my knees right now and it's almost the 4th of July, right? So this is growing. We're going to use the ears from this for popcorn. So we know our garden is growing. Over here we have peppers that are coming in. These will need pollinators, right? The butterflies and the bees will help the peppers to be able to grow. Let's come over a little further. Boys and girls, here we've got our tomato plants growing. They're starting to get taller and taller. Soon we'll see flowers, and that's where we know that we're going to have a tomato growing there. We have this little trellis so that they can hold on to that as they're growing, because tomatoes get very heavy once their fruit comes in, once the tomatoes come in. So they're growing. We've got our drip line, our hose that runs along the ground that gives them water each day. So they're really starting to come in. And then look right behind me over here. Do you remember our sunflower book? Here we've got our big sunflowers growing. They're getting taller and taller each day. Every day I come to the garden, they're taller. So they're reaching toward the sun. They're growing very, very fast. And pretty soon they'll be taller than I am. Let's head down a little further. Boys and girls, this is kind of a silly looking plant. You can see way down underneath. Can you see that big kind of yellowy ball? That's called kohlrabi. And it's a plant that's really, really tasty and yummy. If you've never had it, be an explorer and be a adventurous eater. Try some kohlrabi. It's kind of crunchy and it tastes really good, and it's really good for you. So that's kohlrabi that's growing. Miss Sharon planted these from little tiny seedlings, and now they're growing. We're going to be able to harvest them this weekend. You can see the greens that are growing. We've got all of our plants that are in the ground right now are really doing well. Let's head down. I want to show you the kale. Okay, boys and girls, right here is our cabbage. If you look very closely, you can see the little tiny heads of cabbage are just starting to form. They're about this big. Pretty soon they'll get to be bigger and bigger, and that's what the size will be when it's a full head of cabbage. On this side, all of these are kale plants. Remember how small they were when we planted them? They were really tiny. Now they're big. We are harvesting these every week to sell at our farm stand. So our garden is really coming along now because of the nice warm weather, and when we get rain that really helps. But we've got our hoses down, our drip lines to water them. Let's go one more spot. Boys and girls, I think these are one of my favorite plants because they're so beautiful and colorful. So these are called rainbow chard, and it's kind of like a leafy vegetable that you can use in sautés or stir fries or just in a salad. But can you see the stalk is different colors? We've got the pink, we've got the orange, we've got the yellow, so all the different colors. That's why it's called rainbow chard. It's got all these different colors. But look at how big and beautiful. They're nice and tall, and they're getting really, really green and leafy. So these will be ready to harvest this weekend too for the farm stand. Hope you've enjoyed the Garden Gander, all of the things that are growing. You can see our garden. Down in the distance, you can see a big watering truck down there for our plants that don't have the drip line. So that's filled with water to help us water the plants, because those are things that plants need. Food, water, shelter. Shelter is the soil. Food is the sunlight. Today's a really sunny day. So they're getting a lot of food today. They're soaking up that sunshine and having photosynthesis to make their food that they need to survive. Thanks for coming out to the garden.